Hello, friends and enemies. It's me, V. I am here somewhere in the state. It's somewhere in the city of Madison. And let's see. My first Vlogtober did not do so well on the first day. I had an anxiety attack. Allegedly, I had an anxiety attack. I believe it probably was one. I had it October 1st. I had it at 3 a.m. It went on until 5 a.m., which I didn't know why it was doing that. And then again, I had it like at 1 o'clock. And that went until I went to urgent care. So that's how I spent my day. And the thing is, I made a video where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to die or not. And yeah, it was anxiety attack, which I've only had a panic attack. I've had one panic attack and had not had any throughout the entire existence except October 1st. So March 2020 and then this. So that's awesome. That's great. What do I think? They asked me, like, what do you think could be it? Well, I have a theory. Could be the fact that I have to find a doctor. My mom keeps talking to me about all of the health issues in our family and keeps saying, if you don't, you could die. Which I know is her way of just being like, you could die. She's being a realist, although I think she might have autism as well. Can't prove it, though. With what she says, I'm like, ma'am, it is making me have more anxiety. I don't think she realizes that her matter-of-factness is, you know, it's great when you say it in nursing, but when you're talking to your kid, maybe not tell them, like, yeah, we have diabetes, we have cancers, and you haven't been checked in 10 years, so well, who knows what stuff you could have going on. That's not helpful. It's not helpful. Have I talked to her about it? No, I haven't talked to her about it. My shoulder feels fine. I did a TikTok. If you end up seeing the TikTok, it is of me getting my shots. I have my flu shot in my right arm, and I have my COVID vaccine in my left arm. That's what I did last time. What I'm finding out is when I get the COVID vaccine, my period is much better. What do I mean by that? The first vaccine that I got for the COVID vaccine, I didn't have any issues. My period after was it was amazing. And then when I got the COVID shot again, the second part of the first batch, my period was hell. And then it's been off and on. So this period, I expected it to be just awesome. Because if you don't remember, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's partially why I have this beard, or it's really why I have this beard. But with PCOS, for some people, they could have a bunch of different periods. I know for me, my period is not always, like, it's not set on a date. And since the last COVID shot, I've had painful periods, and they have been coming late. My periods have always, my periods in general have always been late. It used to be, sometimes I would go 6 months without a period, and then I would bleed for 3 weeks. Used to be, sometimes I would go without a period for a year, and then I would bleed for the entire month. And I had this thing where my uterus would try to shed itself all at once. And that happened through a lot of my periods, and it was very painful. That hasn't happened as much. It really happened a lot when I was younger and I had my period, but once I had birth control, it didn't happen as much. Although when I went off birth control, it kind of happened, but it hasn't happened. Well, actually, it has, but not as much. Like, the really big clots, they're not there. So, because I had these shots, I'm expecting my period to just, I'm expecting it to happen. I'm expecting, of course I'm expecting it to happen, but what I mean is I'm expecting it to be on time. Oh, that was a leaf. I'm expecting it to just be a nice period. Not as painful as it's currently because of the last dose. I'm almost tempted to just say, you know what, this will be my last COVID shot and just have a awesome period for the rest of the year. but I know I can't do that. I will say that when I did get the first shot, like, my body was like, hey, because I had COVID in 2019, 2020, believe it or not, yeah. Because I live in Madison. Couldn't prove anything because I didn't have a doctor at the time. And the funny thing is, 2020, when I tried to get a doctor before, they were like, yeah, it's in the United States. Couldn't. I got it the December, and the only reason, December 2019, I remember because I came down with a sore throat on that Sunday. And December 14th, at the time, I was around international students and a bunch of different people. I was around a lot of people. I think one of the people may have had it, not known it, because everybody was just walking, talking, all that stuff. I went into a lot of different shops, did a bunch of stuff. I tried the vlog. I ended up deleting the videos I had because I'm like, those are subpar. And then I had the part where Sunday I came in for that work in December. I felt extremely sick, took a day off, and then I worked New Year's Eve, and I was coughing. I had a very weird cough that would not go away. I thought I had pneumonia, and I did not want to see a doctor because I've not had good things with doctors. And it turned in 2 weeks of coughing, and then I told my coworkers, like, I feel under the weather. I'm confused about things. And then add to the piece of response, someone I know ended up having blood clots. And everybody was like, well, you know, they could have had blood clots before. And I'm like, that person was okay up until they got the blood clots in February. I think I had COVID, and I think I gave it to somebody who ended up giving it to them. And now they're on blood thinners for the rest of their lives. And then how they've acted after COVID, I'm like, I think they had COVID, and I think it messed with their brain. I can't prove anything, but I do think it messed with their brain, in which case that's on me. Because I didn't know it, and that's a sad thing. What am I doing today? Today I'm going to go driving. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go driving. I kind of want to go to St. Augustine's spiritual boutique. Have you guys look and see all the stuff that's going on. What I'm